So, episode 5, I'm not fumbling this.
Do you not understand? Like, my wife is important. She is important to who I am and who I'm becoming. Mm. You are so valuable to every aspect of who I am and all that I want to accomplish going forward in my future. And like, people don't understand that when you get that invested into your marriage and to who you're with, it literally changes everything. Right. And I know that you're one of the greatest assets I could ever have for all that I want to become. Right. And I would be crazy to sit around and freaking fumble that. Right. Like, bro, there's no other woman that could come into my life and take up space the way that my wife has. There ain't no space for you to take up. My wife got it all. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Because like what you give to me is way more than what another woman could do for me, like physically. Hell no. Ain't no freaking way. And so I'm like, bro, y'all don't have nothing deeper to where somebody can just throw you off by just a physical attraction? Like, you ain't got nothing deeper than that? Like, that's all it took. That's all it took.
Sometimes that's really what it be, babe.
Yeah.
That's really.
Welcome to Relationship Talk with the Geths. Join Ed and Maya, a dynamic husband and wife duo, as they share real and honest advice on love, dating, and marriage. As transformational relationship coaches, they specialize in helping both singles and couples enhance communication, build intimacy, and experience greater pleasure in their relationships. They also offer online courses tailored for singles and married couples and are fully licensed to officiate weddings.
Amen and amen. Man, I can't blow this. I can't blow this. This is all about uplifting her right now. I don't know what else this episode is going to be about. I'm not fumbling this one right here. Like, she drives me crazy. She can say words that sometimes twist me up. But the one thing she does to me is lift me up. Like, I know I can be lifted whenever she comes around. I know my spirits can be lifted. I know physically she gonna take care of me. I know emotionally she gets me. I can't fumble that. Yes, it's easy for something physical to come in my life. I'm human. You know, I gotta learn, like PD said, I gotta bounce and get back and see what I got in front of me. And I ain't messing that up. Not for a piece of you know what.
I think, of course, this goes both ways. There was a man speaking about his wife, but in a relationship, women can fumble too. And I don't know that. I think a lot of content that's out and the press is on men to make sure they know not to fumble their women.
That's true.
But I don't know that there are a lot of people saying, sis, you got a really good man, don't fumble him.
Right.
Right. And I really feel like it comes from a place where as women we wear so many hats. We do a lot because we were created, I think, more naturally created to be multitaskers. Right. So that we get a lot of different things done and we get so caught up in those things that we start to take the things that our husbands bring for granted. Right. And we don't realize how different our lives would be if he wasn't there. Especially if you have a good one. Now, I'm not even those of you that have husbands that ain't hitting on nothing, I'm not even talking to you. But if you have a good man, then he creates a space for you to be all that you are. Right. And he holds down things in a different way. Right. And sometimes I think you guys not necessarily get a bad rep, but you don't get credit for the things that you do and that you are. Even when it comes down to simple things like Mother's Day and Father's Day. On Mother's Day,
that is a great idea.
Whether you had a good mama or not, like people show out for their mama.
For mamas.
Even if she wasn't there. She could have been an absent mother, but on Mother's Day, like she gets a nod. She get to go to Ryan's or somewhere. on Father's Day, even the good fathers get treated kind of basic.
The best gift we gonna get is some tools.
Now I'm gonna celebrate mine just because I'm that type of person, and I had that type of daddy, I had that type of husband. But I do feel like it's just downplayed just a little bit. You know, what the men bring, it's almost like, well, you should be doing these things, and so. Just because people are doing the things they should doesn't mean they shouldn't be celebrated.
I agree.
You know, if you have a kid and they're making straight A's, they're a smart kid, it shouldn't be, oh, well, you ought to because you're smart. They should still be celebrated for showing up and doing the right things. And so I feel that same way about husbands and fathers, you know, who are doing the right thing, because so many of us, you know, are bombarded with people complaining about their husbands, not wanting to work, you know, being sorry, being real reckless at the mouth, putting hands, cheating all out, you know, doing everything he big and bad enough to do. But if you have a good man who is, you know, doing the things, like it would go a long way if you let him know that you're not fumbling him. Because we fumble these men. They have these needs. They come through for us and hold us down. And they come with, a lot of times, some basic needs. And I'm just speaking on the couples that we talk to. The men are usually not coming asking for a whole lot. They usually say, I would like for her to watch the way she talked to me. And I would like for her to give me some sex.
That's a big one.
And for some reason, those two things are really difficult for women to give even their good husbands because they don't feel like they're good enough. You like, I want you to be better, and I'm not gonna motivate you to be better by giving you what you say you need. I'm gonna motivate you to be better by lack. That's not even logical. I'm gonna give you less and less of what you need and expect you to be better.
To incentivize you to be better.
Think about it. That doesn't even make sense.
I agree. Like, you can't incentivize somebody to be better by giving them less. That's like the most backwards thinking in the world. And I'm gonna switch it back again with husband uplifting their wives. You have to, all the time, they are treated like they are the prize, especially if they come from a good father. Maya was a prize.
Still,
you know
my daddy is here.
Oh my goodness.
Still.
That's why it's important. Now I'm talking for fathers of daughters. Make your daughter feel like she's a prize, and she will also attract a prize. And
that'll preach.
You see what I'm saying? And so that usually is how a marriage will constantly uplift itself. One will feel like a prize and treat it like a prize, and the other one will realize that, man, he treats me like a prize. I think he needs to feel like he's a prize as well. When you're competing about who's going to love each other better, like, that is a competition that needs to be had. Not the verbal jabs. That shouldn't be a competition. It shouldn't be a competition on, hey, who's doing more around the house? You need to take your load. You need to take your load. No, let's compete. And we're competing over that. Let's compete over who loves each other more, because that you will appreciate and you'll see the value in your partner. I think we try to. I lose a lot, I ain't gonna lie, because my wife is really good to me. She is really, it's hard to top her, but I try every way I can because she deserves it. She really does. This one I hit a grand slam. I did. I really did. Not just because she's fine, because she's fine. Look at her. She's fine now.
Now, let me tell you this.
But
Thank you, baby.
She's also really good at knowing what I need when I need it. She's really good at organization. I don't have to worry about stuff being out of order. I mean, a bit OCD, just, but at the right time, she just comes through.
I want to say this. I'm not talking about, I told you, when I come over here, I'm not talking about sorry men. Right. I'm talking about men who chose to marry you. They're showing up every day, and they're getting beat down. The famous man snatcher, Mia X, said in her song, I'll Take Your Man. Mia X said, I can't take your man unless he ready to go. Unless he ready to go. Mm-hmm. So the question becomes, and we ain't gonna make this be about men and women. Mm-hmm. Why Is your spouse always ready to go? If these man snatchers, woman snatchers can easily pick your spouse up out the house, Mia X said, even the best of the best can't take them unless they're ready to go. The question becomes, why are they always ready to go? What is the environment like at your house where your husband or your wife is always daydreaming about a better life? About what would be better if I could get away from this fool. I could be loved properly, spoken to properly, held properly, held down properly, provided for properly, supported properly. Like, are you doing, these are basic needs of relationships. Are you taking care of your spouse's basic needs?
Good point.
Now, the basic needs are supposed to be given. We got to get to the point where we're offering these things and we're digging deeper to find out, how can I love you better? How can I do more and more and more to love you better so that this is solidified? My nephew, Cameron, he played football at Teal Hannah for a little bit, but then he came to Hart County and he played for the Dogs. And so he wore number 8 when he played for Hart County. And my brother used to always scream when he had the ball. He was a quarterback. And so but he was a running quarterback, so he could run. So when he ran the ball, Kenya always would scream, "Squeeze it, 8! Squeeze it! Squeeze it, 8!" And so that's still a running joke because I still say it. But he's saying, squeeze this ball as tightly as you can so that you don't fumble it.
Don't fumble it.
There are humongous people in pads and helmets coming at you to hit you. Their whole goal is to knock that ball up out your hand so they can get it. They are coming for the ball. Your goal is to squeeze it so tight that you don't fumble. How tightly are you squeezing your spouse? How securely are they being held in your bosom? If your spouse is this ball, how do they feel? Are they tucked in real tight? Because they tell them, you got to hold that thing. You can't have that ball out there like people do basketball when they about to go dunk it. You put that ball out there if you want to. They go smack it out. Yeah. You can't have your husband or wife out there like this. You know what I'm saying? You got to have them covered.
Some of y'all are just handing them off.
Yeah, first question is, are they covered? Do you pray for your husband and wife?
Yes.
Every day?
Yes.
Do you cover them?
Right.
When they're in your presence and you hadn't seen them for a minute, do you hug them?
Right.
Do you kiss? Do you hold each other? Do you hold each other emotionally? Is this a secure place right here for your wife to put her head and you hold it and she feels safe from everything that's going on? Can she have tears running down her face and your arms around her feel secure? Or does she feel like you the ops?
Right.
Is there a trust that's been broken to the point where she don't feel secure nowhere near you? Is your husband, can he come tell you, baby, I'm struggling? Like, I know I've been paying X, Y, and Z. This money is not hitting like it was before. The bills are going up. This electricity bill used to be, $300. That thing is $700-$800 now. I don't know what to do. I feel so overwhelmed. Can he come to you and know that you're going to say, I got you. Like, we're going to put our heads together. We're going to come up with something. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You lay right here, you eat this food, and then I'm going to make you feel good. And then we're going to put our minds together. We're going to pray about it, and we're going to make sure everything's taken care of. Is that what he gets from you? Or do you get, oh, my God, you always complain about something. You better figure it out.
What we gonna do?
That's him dangling out there.
What you gonna do?
So are you dangling your spouse? Are you squeezing them? Squeeze it.
I like that. The dangle versus the squeeze.
Squeeze them, baby.
Absolutely. And I think sometimes y'all think y'all are.
I usually got loud.
I know. I had to be loud with this one. Y'all think y'all holding your wife only because you make a lot of money and like, well, she ain't going nowhere. That ain't the only thing. You see all the avenues she named. Are you vulnerable with her? Does she know your heart? Just like you should know hers. Or are you just throwing money at the problem? Are you just providing her with bills being paid and that's it? No conversation, no connection. No, you don't want to go on trips with her. Like, all of these are security and not fumbling your wife. You have to do those things. Do you take loads off her plate? Or you just say, that's your job. I done worked all day.
Say it.
Yeah, man, why the clothes not clean? Why is this house not clean? What do you mean you don't feel good? What do you mean you tired? I'm tired. Do you make it about you? Or do you tuck your wife in, say, listen, you got something on your plate? Let me take it off. I'm tired too, but you know what? I can do a little something. What do you need? What do you need help with? What do you think I can do? What are you comfortable letting me take off your plate? That secures the bag.
Go find your baby right now. Wherever he or she is, and you look them in the eye, you hold their hands and you say, baby, I don't want to fumble you. I don't. I want to hold you and I want to squeeze you. How can I do that? How? What's the biggest threat to me fumbling you? I want to know. What's the biggest threat? What is it? What do I need to do? And let it go both ways.
Right.
And figure it out. And y'all, ain't no fumbles.
No fumbles.
Hey, we squeezing. We squeezing
fumbles.
this shit. We squeezing. That's it. That's
All
it
right.
right there. No fumbles.
No fumbles.